Hey everyone, Loaded Buggy here, back with another Modern Warfare 3 commentary for you. Got some shotgun action that isn't the striker. I really lucked out with this gameplay using the USAS 12, and I think you guys are going to like it. It's not a phenomenal score, but it's about as good as I could possibly get using a USAS 12 that doesn't have the damage or range proficiency. So enjoy that for what it is. But we are back with another installment in the Buggy's Inbox series. This is a brand new quote-unquote show where I answer your questions. It's a format that has been stolen from Respawn Inbox that I have stolen from the Weekly Slap, and it is simply just a show where I answer questions from viewers that would like my 2 cents or advice or opinion or insight on something that's going on in their life. And I've got a question today from Nilla Starfish, and their question is, I'd love to hear what you have to say about growing into your young adult self and feeling a little lost in the world, or like you just have no direction in life. I don't know if you have any experience with that, but it's something I struggle with a lot, and I'd like to hear your perspective. Just subbed. Well, first of all, thank you, Nilla Starfish, for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed and you're watching this video now and you like this video, consider subscribing yourself. So thanks, Nilla Starfish, for that nice segue into self-promo. But to answer your question, I feel like this is a common thing for a lot of us. I mean, I'm 28 years old now, and that is very young in the grand scheme of things. I'm not even halfway into my expected life expectancy. So I've got a ways to go, but I've learned a lot in the short 28 years that I've had, and I've struggled with the same thing that you're kind of struggling with right now. And that's finding your way. But the nice thing is if you are a young adult, and in my mind a young adult is anywhere from, let's say, 18 to 25, but you know, that's just a random number I pulled out of my anus right now. But but if you're a young adult, the thing that you do have to remind yourself, and it's something that I've mentioned in the past before, is you've got time. You really do. You've got some time, and you kind of have to give yourself some grace to figure out what you really want to do with your life. There's a million things, a million different directions that you could possibly go with your career or just your everyday circumstances, whether you end up being a stay-at-home mother if that's what you're looking to do, or a stay-at-home father, if you will, or if you are a career person, or if you're going to be a CEO, if you're going to be you run your own business. If you want to go to college, if you want to go to a trade school, so, you know, it could be a million different directions that you could start your journey on. But all of that's irrelevant, because at any point it could shift. You really have to listen to what's going on in your brain and figure out where your passions lie. Because in this day and age, in the day and age of media, you really can make a career out of everything, of literally everything and anything. I mean, we see it on TikTok and YouTube all the time, where people make a career off of reacting to other people's content. So if people can do that, then whatever it is you want to do with your life, I imagine you can transform whatever your interests are into a potential career. I mean, look what I'm doing right now. This is I'm making YouTube videos, and there are thousands, if not millions, of people who are making a living off of doing videos, and that's just a crazy thing to me. And I don't know specifically that you're struggling internally with figuring out what you want to do with your career, but I do think it kind of correlates, if you will, the example that I'm using of a career with the decisions that you'll make as a young person. I mean, again, I'm not that old, but one thing that I've learned is life can take a turn left, right, up, down, center, and in the blink of an eye. You really have no idea where life is going to take you, and you kind of have to go with the flow to a degree, but again, you do have to listen to your own mind and figure out what direction you want to go. If you come to a crossroads and you see a left path and a right path, you don't just walk down the center. You know, you do have to make a choice, but that doesn't mean that if you choose the path on the right, that there won't be another fork in the road, you know, a mile down the road. You might walk for a mile or 10 kilometers, you know, it doesn't really matter. Eventually, you're going to find another fork in the road, and you can change directions. So I wouldn't have such high expectations for yourself to have it all figured out right now. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You're really not going to know what you want to do with your life or what direction you want to go right now, this second. And you don't have to have the expectation that you have to have it all figured out right now. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. There are plenty of people around you that are willing to support you in whatever decision you make. And if you don't have family that wants to support you, then I want to support you. If you don't have friends that want to support you, then you have myself and other lovely people in the comments that want to support you too. There are people that you don't even know that are rooting for you because we just want to see other people succeed in whatever it is. So again, you don't have to have everything figured out right now. And you don't have to put that pressure on yourself, because as a young adult, whether you are 18 or 25, you still have plenty of time in your life to determine which path you want to take next. Again, I use the example of the crossroads. You've got the left path, you got the right path. Whether you take the left path or you take the right path, regardless if one was a mistake, let's say you take the left path again and the right path was the correct move, but you took the left anyway, and that was a mistake. The next fork in the road is coming eventually, and you'll be able to change directions. You'll be able to change course in whatever that is. So don't be too hard on yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out yet. There's plenty of time for you to change course and make decisions on what you want to do with the rest of your life. So hopefully that answers your question, or at least was of some value to you. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. If you have some suggestions or a question for me that you would like for me to answer in the future, leave that in the comment section below. And if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, click the subscribe button and maybe the notification bell so you can see whenever I have uploads in the future. Thanks everyone. Bye now.